Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joey G. Joey Ganna. Coming to you from my headquarters here. Midweek report. It's Wednesday, June the 4th. June the 1st. That was the day of Payback, which was an alright pay-per-view. We'll get to that in a second. But June the 4th, 2014. Nice and hot here in Philadelphia. Get right to the thing. R.I.P. Rest in peace, The Shield. I say, in my estimation, The Shield, undoubtedly the best faction since the NWO and DX. And personally, I don't even think DX, except the first DX with Rick Rude, Triple H, Chyna, and Shawn. That was the best DX, I think, and I think I'm right. You know, that was the best DX, and the NWO. Red and black, and black and white. The NWO was the best faction ever. The Horsemen, like I said, but they weren't cool. NWO was for life, and they were the clique, and that was cool. But anyway, Raw, Seth Rollins. Everybody all over the internet, I've heard from so many, it's Roman Reigns, it's going to be Roman Reigns. Let me tell all you guys that do the same show like me. I've been watching wrestling my whole life, and I do it for the passion, because I love it. But I'm also doing it to get paid, okay? Because I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I know what I'm saying. And I know this is going to catch a lot of you people off guard, but let me tell you something. The best writer in this business, ever, and he's my mentor, and he's the guy that I look up to, is Vincent Russo. And Jim Cornette, fuck you. Because Jim Cornette, you're nothing but a big... If it was up to Jim Cornette, ladies and gentlemen, we would still be watching matches like Chief J... No offense to Chief J. Strongbow, or any of them guys. Peter Maivia, the Rock's Pop, or Rock's Grandpop. No offense to none of them guys. But let's face it, Hulk Hogan built the entertainment bridge, okay? He built it into superstar, him and Vincent McMahon. If it was up to Jim Cornette, we still had the Midnight Express wrestle on the Rock and Roll Express on a stupid-ass scaffold match that they had back in Starrcade 1986. It just makes me so mad how Vince Russo cuts all these promos like Vince Russo is a bad guy. Do you know that Vince Russo wrote the highest segment in Raw ever? This Is My Life, The Rock? Yeah, I know. If you're a wrestling fan, you gotta know that, unless you're a fake, phony wrestling fan and been living under a rock or this treadmill I'm looking at right in front of me your whole life. I mean, come on. I mean, that gets me mad. I mean, you talk about Ed Ferrara. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting off topic of what I'm saying, but I'll get to that in a minute. You're gonna talk about Ed Ferrara is a bad guy. Ed Ferrara knows his shit. Why? Because he went on WCW and he said, JR, Oklahoma. What? It's the business. A little FYI for you, okay? For your information. Did you know when Ed Ferrara and Vince Russo were in the WWE, they used to sit at Vince's office? Vince, Pat Patterson, Jerry Briscoe, Tony Garea, Vince Russo, JR, and Ed Ferrara. And JR would say to Ed Ferrara, imitate me, Ed. And Ed would do it. And JR would sit there and laugh. But when he went on national TV to the competition to do it, he was a bad guy. And Ric Flair likes to talk all that shit too. Ric Flair, you suck too. Fuck you. For real. I don't like to curse a lot. I'm sorry. That's not how I do my shows, but I had to get that off my chest. Vince Russo, you are the man. You're my idol. I mean, you're not my idol, but you're my mentor. You're the guy that I look up to, and you're saved and you're a Christian, and that's what's up. You know what I mean? Ed Ferrara, you're not as much as Vince. But Ed Ferrara's got a great creative mind, too. If it wasn't for them two guys, there would be no wrestling as it is today. And that's just the bottom line. Vince Russo was the one who told The Rock, go out there and start referring to yourself into the third person. And The Rock said, what do you mean? He said, well, The Rock says this, The Rock says that. Vince Russo came up with that. But like Vince says, Vince Russo, not Vince McMahon, Vince Russo said, it was all Dwayne. It wasn't me, it was all Dwayne. Same thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He had all that inside shit inside of him, being released from WCW, all that madness, and Vince McMahon wanted to keep him quiet. Call him the ringmaster, let Ted DiBiase take him, you never talk. Vince Russo saw it in Steve Austin. He knew Steve Austin. He said, let this guy talk, Vince. As soon as he cut that Austin 316 at King of the Ring 96 when he beat Jake the Snake, Vince Russo said, I knew it. Once he said Austin 316, you said, you want to thump your Bible and read John 316. Well, Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass. The next night on Raw, you saw all Austin 316 things. And then what happened? He became the biggest star in WWE, in wrestling, period. Okay? But then you had The Rock right behind him. But that's for another, that's, I'm going to keep most of that stuff for Saturday. That's the politics. I want to talk more about Raw. Nobody saw this coming with Seth Rollins, okay? With Seth Rollins, what about the 5 minutes, Danny Mac? 4? 5. 6. I went 6, okay. We keep it real on this show. But never thought it was going to be Seth Rollins. Never thought it was going to be. That really got me like, wow. Because I'm waiting, you knew it was 11:01, so I'm like, it was scheduled to be Reigns versus Orton, right? And I'm like, it's 11:01. They usually end around 11:08. So I'm like, they're not going to have the match. And then they come out to Evolution's music, Triple H and Randy Orton. So right then I knew, Batista, if you watched, quit earlier in the night. But he is coming back around Survivor Series. Dave, I don't know what happened. I mean, I thought you were going to come back and explode, and you came back and became Blue-tista. I mean, they just made an ass out of him, didn't they, Danny Mac? He looked, and he walked, when he left, I mean, he had that full hair and a mustache. Looked like a complete idiot. I mean, when you come back this time, Dave, I hope you come back and kick ass. And that was the thing with Evolution. How was Batista going to take orders from a guy, Triple H, that he beat 3 times? WrestleMania 21, beat for the world title. Beat him at Backlash that year, then beat him in Hell in the Cell. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to get to this. Seth Rollins does it out of nowhere. And then Dean Ambrose, John Moxley is his real name. We all know that, right there, Andy Mac. John Moxley is the man. Dean Ambrose is the man. He's going to be very big, okay? Very big star in the WWE. He sold it so good when Seth Rollins did it. Dean Ambrose was and I thought, my initiative thought that Dean Ambrose was going to join Seth Rollins and start beating Roman Reigns because they're supposed to give Roman Reigns this big face turn. And by the way, SummerSlam, that match is signed, is, what do you call it? Triple H against Roman Reigns. It's going to be 1-on-1. Another match that's signed, John Cena versus Sheamus for the U.S. title. If Sheamus is still the U.S. champion at SummerSlam. Also, small steps. They are changing Cena, but I will save that for Saturday's show. What they're going to do with this all, what I'm hearing is that, okay, you have Triple H, but Triple H is not a full-time wrestler anymore. So Triple H is basically going to play the Ric Flair of Evolution this time. You still got Randy Orton, which is the present. You got Triple H, the past. You got Randy Orton, which is the present. You got Seth Rollins, which is the future. But you don't have no muscle. That's where Sheamus comes in. Sheamus is going to be, there's nobody else who's going to, I thought it would have been Dean Ambrose. I thought maybe on Raw that night, if he would have started beating Roman too, they would have went down, Ambrose and Rollins, and joined Evolution. But they didn't. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to do with Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley, but don't bury him because he is the man, isn't he, Dan?
Yeah.
He just keeps it real. I mean, he's the man. I know. I'm wrapping it up, Dan. I'm wrapping it up. What do you call it? Dean Ambrose is the man. So I hope they don't put no stupid-ass gimmick on him. But I do believe this. Sheamus is going to turn heel, and he will be, I guarantee, Monday, this coming Monday, will be the next member of Evolution because Triple H ain't wrestling. So he's just like the manager. Also, Money in the Bank's coming up. We know Del Rio's in it. A qualifying match was the other night. He beat Ziggler. And I think, I don't know, Bad News Barrett. No, I know Bad News Barrett beat RVD on Raw, but I don't know if that was a qualifying match or not. But they're going to have the Money in the Bank match. One more thing real quick. Now, Daniel Bryan's not the champion. He's going to, the rumor is they had the match at Money in the Bank, which is June 29th. Danny, June 29th is Sunday. June 29th, Sunday at 8 o'clock. That's Money in the Bank pay-per-view if you want to watch it over Grayo's with us. Buddha, my former partner, you all know him. But the rumor is if they split the titles, they're going to have a WWE World title, instead of a Money in the Bank match, you're going to have the World title on the ladder. And for SmackDown, you'll have the WWE title. This is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true. And most likely, Money in the Bank is going to be is less than 4 weeks away. And this is just a rumor I heard that in Raw that Triple H or Orton was going to win the world title and Bad News Barrett was going to win the WWE title for SmackDown and become the WWE champion on SmackDown if they split the brands again. But they were saying this 2 weeks ago. I don't know if that's going to happen. It looks like it's just going to be a match for a briefcase. It looks like they're going to let Daniel Bryan keep the belt. He hasn't defended it in over 30 days. but it's him against Kane in a stretchered match. That's what Stephanie proposed on Monday night on Raw. Daniel Bryan versus Kane for the WWE World Championship in a stretcher match at Money in the Bank. We know Del Rio's in Money in the Bank. Why? I don't know. I have no attraction to Del Rio at all whatsoever. The WWE's great. I need subscribers. Please, anybody out there, subscribe to Joey G, the future voice of professional wrestling. Yeah, I am trying to get paid and get a job, but this is my passion. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I eat, sleep, and piss it. I eat, sleep, and shit it. I love wrestling. It's my life. Ain't it, Danny Mac? It's what I love. Oh, by the way, just to get off topic for a second, Spurs in 7, Rangers in 6. They're the championship finals. CM Punk, there's still no word on him. Also, NXT, 3 superstars to look out for in the NXT. And their names are Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze, and Sami Zayn. Look out for them. And you just got to believe. And Saturday, I'll be coming to you with a lot of shows. And also, Danny, I want to show them one other thing. This Saturday, at the Philadelphia National Guard Armory, Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore. As you see, the Team 3D will be fighting Kazarian Daniels in a table match, and AJ Styles against Kevin Steen from Ring of Honor, who just signed with WWE, and AJ Styles, who just signed back with TNA, will be fighting each other. So a TNA contract wrestler and a WWE contract wrestler are going to fight. Just like Taz did in 2000 when he came back to ECW from WWE, and Mike Awesome came from WCW and won the ECW belt, and Taz won it back because the ECW had a friendly relationship with WWE. But a big card coming Saturday night to the Philadelphia National Guard Armory. Abyss Tommy Dreamer, the main event in a Monster Balls match. A Monster Ball match. And this is Joey G signing off my show. I'll do another show Saturday afternoon before I go to this. And I need subscribers, so please subscribe. Remember, Sheamus, as you hear the song playing now, Sheamus, the next member of Evolution. This is Joey G and Danny Mac. I need subscribers. Subscribe. God bless all my women out there. I love you. Shout out to Charlie. All my boys, Buddha, Ace Diesel, Danny Mac, my brother Mike, everybody. This is Joey G. I'll see you Saturday. You like it, keep watching, subscribe. You don't like it, you know where to get it. Down where? Down here. Joe Mama. Peace.